Hey guys, it's me Drew from Drew and Kim Plays, and I am back with another deck profile. This deck profile is Scareclaw Tri-Brigade. I've been trying the Scareclaw deck pure for a while, but I decided to add the Tri-Brigades back, and I managed to go 3-2 at locals. Really only lost to some unfortunate things, but yeah, this deck is pretty good, and I think it's going to get better when the Link 1 comes out and Power of the Elements. So yeah, so let's just go through it. So for the monsters, start with the tries. We have 3 Tri-Brigade Fractal, 3 Tri-Brigade Nerval, 3 Tri-Brigade Kit, and 2 Tri-Brigade Karos. Apologies if I sound a little sick. I pulled the chest muscle, so yeah, but I'm still doing the profile. So everyone knows the standard Tri-Brigade line. You Fractal, send Kit. Kit will send Nerval, most of the time add Karos. Just a crazy engine that's been around for a while. And then we obviously have the 1 Tri-Brigade Revolt. This card is absolutely crazy. You gain so much value off of it, but you don't really want to see it. You just want to open it. And once you fire your 1 Revolt, you typically only need a second because the game's over. And now for the Scareclaws, which I'm going to have to probably explain. So we have 1 Acro, 1 Balone, 1 Astra, 1 Reichart, 2 Permanent Planet Reichphobia, and 1 Scareclaw Splash. Okay, so the gimmick with Scareclaws is they're all in once per turn inherent summons to an adjacent column. So like, say I have normal Acro, I can inherent summon Balone in defense, not Balone. This is Balone in defense, or to this right here into an adjacent column, and they are revolved about being in defense position, and everyone but the Link, this guy gives the Link 3 an effect when they're in defense position. This one, when it's from or special, can search a Scareclaw spell trap. You're searching this, and you can't search the field spell because it doesn't say Scareclaw in it. However, in Power of the Elements, the Link 1 can search the field spell. You search this, and you search a spell trap, and if there are 3 defense position monsters on the field, you draw a card, so he's very good. So Balone gives the Link 3 piercing damage. Acro gives the Link 3 300 attack for each defense position monster you control, and Astra lets you attack lets the Link 3 attack as many times in the battle phase as it has defense position Scareclaw that I control. So if all 4 of these are in defense right here, the Link 3, let me find right here, this guy becomes a 4200 that can attack 4 times and deal piercing damage. So if you're playing it pure, you want to go second and go crazy in OTK, but in this build, it's just an engine. Like I said, playing it pure is really difficult unless you have the Link 1. And then Reichphobia, their field spell, when you activate it, only activate once per turn, you add a Scareclaw monster, or Vsauce Starfrost, like the Albaz of the lore, to the hand. And it has a bunch of additional effects. One of them is your opponent's monsters with 100 attack and defense for each defense position monster on the field. And importantly, this one comes up out of nowhere. If there are 3 defense position monsters on the field, you can pop a card on the field. This card is crazy. It did so much for the deck. And I would be playing 3, but I just have the room. And then Splash. Splash is basically, you can let your defense position Scareclaws attack in defense position, but mainly it's an Omni. It doesn't negate and destroy, it just negates. You gotta have to flip it in draw phase, and then if you control Link 3, you send it, and it's just an Omni negate. And when you're going first, you typically want to use this to search that out. And that's the Scareclaw engine. All right, now we have my hand traps. 3 Imperm, 3 Ash, and 2 DD Crow. You could play more, you could play less, but because of the engine requirements, I'm playing just these 8, and they work really fine. DD Crow is absolutely nuts against branded. Every time I opened it today, it did so much work for me. And I'm only at 2 because it's searchable again. Deck space is rather tight. And again, apologies if I sound off, but I pulled back one of my chest muscles, so yeah. All right, then for other stuff, we have 2 10 key, basically 5 copies of Fractal. Card's insane. 3 Rescue Cat. If this card resolves, you win the game, quite literally. And then we have the branded Tri-Brigade. You play this package in branded Tri-Brigade. Basically, Mercurier, when it's banished, you add this guy. This guy sends the sword, and then he goes to the bottom of the deck, and you draw a card. And then this guy, you can banish just to add this back to hand. In branded Tri-Brigade, before Verte got banned, you could do this multiple times because you could send extra branded fusions. But now you're just doing this. This is just to make sure your hand's pretty good, because Bearbrim does make you -2. 1 Fabled Cerberus. Fabled is my all-time favorite archetype, and you pitch this guy off Karos. It's a 1 card link too. When he's discarded to the graveyard special summon, it's lets you make Herald, which is useful in some matchups. And again, Fabled's my favorite archetype of all time, so I have to play him. Should have my secret in the deck, but that's in my actual Fabled deck. And then the rest I have Harpy Featherduster. We have Mystic Mine at our locals, so I don't want to be caught instantly losing game 1. 2 Triple Tactics Talents. This card is really good. I've resolved it twice in 1 game. It's just crazy. And then the 1 Call by the Grave, because, you gotta have it. And that is gonna do it for the main deck. And I would, if you guys want a combo video, just leave a like in the comments, because right now I'm not in the mood for a combo video. So once I finish this video, I'm gonna sit back down. Anyway, so for the extra deck, I will show you an ideal inboard, though. You have the 1 Almirage. We don't have the Power of the Elements link 1 for Scareclaw, so we have this guy. This turn makes Nerval. Normal summon Nerval, so now you go off the races. 2 Fairjet. These are not Starlights, they're the sleeves. Literally the sleeves. 1 Bearbrim searches out the Revolt. 1 Rugal, he comes up sometimes. If you have Shard and Field Revive, it's banished. It's crazy. 2 Shurag. Honestly, one of the games I lost today was to Abyss Actor, and I wish I had a 3rd copy of this card, because, one of them got stolen, so by the Abyss Actors is an interesting deck. I didn't really know what to do, and I got really sacked that game, but that's beside the point. So Shurag's crazy. I've been playing 2 Tryhard. People say he's Link Maguska. He is, but if you're playing it pure, which I did for a while, he's an OTK machine. He, like I said, he gains the effects of all the little guys except the 4, because they're only against the 3s. He puts every monster in the field in defense position except for Lynx, and then he's unaffected by the activated effects of defense position monsters, so he's kind of hard to deal with in some decks. And once per turn, you can target a level 3 Scareclaw in the graveyard, special summon it back, and add a Scareclaw. This helps you set up for the OTK, but it locks you into Scareclaw, so if you do that, you're locked into Scareclaws. This guy helped me beat Branded Despy today. He's crazy. Yeah, I played Branded Tri-Brigade. And Scareclaw Tri-Brigade. This version is way better. Even if Verte was not banned, I'd still choose this version. But Verte's banned, so you can't even play Branded Tri-Brigade unless you want to hard use the Branded Fusion. Yeah. Other things to cheat out with Tri-Brigade: his Frogger, modulates your opponent's graveyards. Double Dragon Lord, he's useful. Appaloosa, if we get hand trap, sometimes Appaloosa Revolt's all we need. Nightmare Griffin. So hypothetically, full combo is these 2 monsters co-link to each other, and it creates a pretty nasty extra deck lock, or a special summon monster lock, because they can't link to this guy. And yeah, you're just gonna win the game if you can do that, unless they have like a board breaker. And then Baguska, could hypothetically make him. I've done a lot of test hands and I've never really make him ideally, but you can make him, so he's there. If I'm cutting anyone for the third Shurag, it's probably this guy, because you can make this guy. He does everything this guy does, mostly. And Harold, you can technically make him again, but again, he didn't really come up. He's nice if you get like hand trap. You can just go Harold. Hopefully Harold's a back row pass. Which isn't ideal, but you know. So that's the extra deck. Let's go into the side deck super duper quickly. 2 token collector, because Sword Soul and Brave. 2 droplets. Yeah, I own droplets now. I love this card. This card's so good. It's even better in this deck because it triggers the Tries effect. 3D barrier, mandatory for this format. The 3 anti-spell, again, mandatory for this format. And then my back row hate, 2 twin, 2 evenly, 1 reboot. And, you know, I could probably do a quick shuffle. Let's see. Just do a quick shuffle. See if I can do a combo for you guys. The deck is pretty good. I beat Branded Despia, Dinosaur, and Marincess. My losses today were to Invoke, Shadal, claimed his own Dogmatica, but I didn't see that. I saw DPE. DPE is what killed me, basically. That card is such a nuisance. And I lost to Big Actors because, you know, they do a lot of crazy things, and he somehow played through anti-spell D-barrier, so if you can do that, then you should win, in my opinion. Alright, trying to shuffle these up. Alright, Imperm, Tact, Sword, Karos, Fractal. Okay, so this is a very unideal hand, but I will attempt to play through it regardless, because I always draw this card. This is your Garnet. So, you want a Fractal. You're gonna send Fractal. Fractal's gonna dump Kit. Kit's gonna dump Nerval, and Nerval, I mean, we can add the Mercurier if we don't have the Karos. But here we're gonna add the Mercurier. We're gonna Mercurier, or Karos and Mercurier special summon. And then we're gonna banish 1, banish 2, for Kit, and I can only use Beast, Wing Beasts, or Beast Warriors as link material now. And Mercurier effect. Mercurier effect's going to add to our hand. If we can find him, he should be somewhere. Albion. Now, the problem with drawing this guy is, you know, you could usually, you would send that from deck, put him on deck, and draw 1 card. But here we're going to have to do something pretty that I don't like to do. We're going to link 2. I mean, you could probably, there might be another thing you can do, but again, Bearbrum, Furgid effect. Furgid's going to draw 1, put 1 on the bottom of the deck. Drew an Imperm, we're going to put the sword on the bottom of the deck. Now we're going to use this to put the sword, put this on bottom, draw, tinky. And then you banish the sword to add Mercurier back to hand. And then bare room effect, you're going to assume we're courier, and double imperm's kind of cracked here, so we'll just dump the Tinky. Gonna bring Nerval out, and you're gonna Nerval or bash 2. Doesn't really matter. You can bring out Devil Dragon Lords. Now you're gonna bring 3 for Scareclaw Tryhard, Bear Effect Engrave, adding your Revolt and putting 1 on bottom. Let's just assume we didn't have to use tax. We'll put tax on bottom. We're gonna set the imperms and the Revolt. Typically, if you don't draw the sword, I drew the sword so much today. You only play 1 of it. It's a pretty bad brick, but even with it, if you don't get drafted, you have a pretty good thing right here. And you have Revolt and 2 imperm. It's pretty crazy board. Like I said, typically the ideal end board is you'll end on the Revolt, the Splash, and a Coley Nightmare Griffin. But this is like if you draw Cat. Obviously, you need Rescue Cat. You can do it through an interruption. Really just depends. But yeah, I got 7th out of 22 people. I feel like this deck is pretty good. Again, I just got a bit unlucky. That happens. And yeah, I was able to beat Brandon Despia. And I mean, that's the sign that the deck can work, I think. But anyway, guys, sorry if I sound a little off. Just again, working through some chest pain. But we'll be back with more videos later. Remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're in the family, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.